Okay, so there were many popular shows released in the early 2010s. I mean, you have Breaking Bad, you have Vampire Diaries, but none more popular than The Walking Dead. And with this type of popularity comes a lot of games. And today, I'm going to be playing every Walking Dead game ever made, starting with The Walking Dead Telltale Season 1. This game was kind of like a phenomenon. I've never seen a game pick up a cult following as fast as The Walking Dead. And there's a good reason for that. Telltale are known for their storytelling. And I'll be real, they made something really special with this game. Season 1 really tries to build the connection between the two main characters, Lee and Clem. And it works because as I'm playing as Lee, my main goal is to just protect Clem. Do not let nothing happen to Clem. That was my main goal throughout the whole of Season 1.
Not the kid. Not enough meat on her to trade.
Not enough meat, mate. Oh, sorry, Clem. The big draw for Telltale games are always the decisions you can make, deciding who lives and dies. But one thing that has always been a negative for these type of games for me is that your decisions don't matter to the amount the game wants you to think they do. Sure, a few smaller characters may die. I probably should have saved Duck. That kid's so annoying. But you know, Lee and Clem, until the unstoppable story death, are gonna be completely fine. Oh, no. Bro, this is so sad. Do it. But even with that negative, I really enjoyed Season 1, and for that reason, this game gets 4.5 stars. Next up, we have The Walking Dead Assault. Now, this is the first of many mobile games released about The Walking Dead, and unfortunately, I physically cannot play this game, as this game was delisted off all mobile stores around 7 years ago. After searching up on Reddit, though, I see a lot of people really love this game, because unlike the newer mobile Walking Dead games, which are mostly civilization builders with loads of microtransactions, in this game, you picked up 4 comic characters and just went around different comic locations killing herds. It seems simple and a lot of fun. Rest in peace to The Walking Dead Assault. 2013 was a big year in gaming, with bangers such as The Last of Us and GTA 5 released. And, of course, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. Set as a prequel to the AMC show, you play as Daryl accompanied by his brother Merle. Both Norman Reedus and Michael Rooker also voice their characters, and I just love that when a game based on a movie or a show actually uses the character. It just feels nice. It's just right. Unlike some games, huh?
If anyone can read me, please respond.
And now I'm gonna get the obvious out of the way. This game looks like actual shit. And while I love the charm of this game, the whole time I could just smell the obvious cash grab that this game was. This game was developed by a team called Terminal Reality, whose other notable game was the surprisingly good Ghostbusters game released in 2009. This game actually had a lot of potential. I really enjoyed some of the ideas that this game had, conserving gas for your bike by deciding to take the more dangerous highway. It's all very cool. And I'm a big fan of Daryl, so just playing a game as him was enough for me. But the highs of this game get overshadowed by the awful graphics, sound design that makes me confused 90% of the time, so this game gets 3 out of 5 stars. Telltale The Walking Dead Season 2. We're back with Clementine, and this season is more about Clem coming into her own. Not having Lee as a protector anymore, she has to become a real survivor. I thought this season took a couple episodes to really get going. Not that I didn't enjoy the first few episodes, I really did, but it's episode 3 and 4 that are like the peak of the season for me. Also, while I'm here, William Carver, he's a complete psycho. Running a prison, keeping us in cells, like, you're just weird. Why are you so weird? But familiar faces come back with Kenny. After thinking he died last season, he comes back and just smokes William in one of the most dark moments in the season, giving you the choice to watch or leave. Now, I know Lee wouldn't want me to see this, but Lee ain't around anymore, boy. I wanted to see William die. Oh my god. Oh, that's graphic. Oh my god. Even though Telltale give the illusion of your own path, at the end of the day, all the paths are headed in the same way. I enjoyed the season a lot, but not as much as the first season, and for that, I give this game a 4 out of 5 stars. Next up, we have The Walking Dead Road to Survival. I'm pretty sure this game is also getting shut down pretty soon, which is sad because as a mobile game goes, this game is actually a lot of fun. It's the classic civilization builder, mixed with turn-based combat, and you even have to make decisions, kind of like Telltale. Now, the decisions don't make a crazy difference, but still, well for a mobile game. There are a lot of things going for this game. I actually wish I found out about this game a few years ago because I would have definitely played it, and for that reason I'm going to give this game a 4 out of 5 stars. The Walking Dead Escapist. Now prior to this I've never played an Escapist game before. I've heard about them, sure, but I had zero idea what I was getting into. Based on the comic book version of The Walking Dead, players control main character Rick as he completes various missions around iconic locations from the Walking Dead universe. I actually enjoyed this game. Of course, it could be awful compared to other Escapist games, but this is all I've played. I'm a massive fan of the art style, which gave me some Stardew Valley vibes, but I did feel like the whole task system in the game kind of limits you from doing anything else, and a lot of the tasks are really boring. Like, there's a zombie apocalypse, why am I doing laundry? But as a small Walking Dead expansion to the Escapist, this game was fine, so I'm gonna rate this game 3 stars out of 5. The Walking Dead No Man's Land. Now, this is where they really started the microtransactions in Walking Dead mobile games. This game was like really similar to Road to Survival. Like, it's just a classic civilization builder with turn-based combat, but I did prefer Road to Survival a lot more. So for that, I'm gonna give this game a 3 out of 5. Up next, we got The Walking Dead Michonne, a spin-off in the Telltale universe. And if you've read the comics to watch the AMC show, you'll know who Michonne is. Now, I'm a massive fan of her in both the comics and show, so I was super excited to start this game. This spin-off though is very small, only consisting of 3 episodes. I actually wouldn't have minded if they carried this on, expanding the universe. Like, just imagine after a Michonne season, we get a Rick or even a Negan season. I feel like that could have been sick. I was a big fan of the way they painted Michonne in the game though. She was just exactly how I expected her to be. Strong, mysterious, yet broken after what happened to her children. And this game really goes into her heartbreak after losing her children using flashbacks. This was just such a good experience. A nice break away from the other Walking Dead Telltale games. I'll be giving this game a 4 out of 5. Fear the Walking Dead Dead Run was a mobile endless runner that released in 2016. This game seems to be delisted, so I can't play it, but this game looks kind of bad, so the fact it got delisted ain't surprising. 1 out of 5. The Walking Dead A New Frontier introduces us to a lot of new characters, including Javier, but also continues the stories of season 1 and 2 with Clem. When I started playing this season, I was actually kind of sad that they decided to not have us play and continue with Clem, but I actually grew to love playing as Javier and trying to take care of his family. One big negative for me this season was the emotional scenes are like so quick, and they just don't let you feel the emotion like they did in 1 and 2. They just quickly get you straight into the next thing. A lot of the season takes place in different settlements, which did get quite boring, losing a lot of variety that they had in season 1 and 2. A New Frontier is a fine experience, but it's just fine. A bit boring at times, but will still have you in your feels. So for that, I'll give The Walking Dead A New Frontier 3.5 stars out of 5. There was also a Walking Dead arcade game that released around this time as well that I've actually played because they have it at my local arcade, and I kind of like it. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. The final season of Telltale's The Walking Dead, wrapping up what so far has been close to a perfect story. We catch back up with Clem after she leaves Javier at the end of A New Frontier, but Clem is not alone. We are accompanied by AJ, who is just a baby in season 2. I actually love that they did this, spinning the narrative of season 1, putting Clem in the lead role. The story kicks off fast. After a car accident, Clem and AJ end up in a boarding school full of troubled kids that have been surviving the outbreak together. We've gone from mostly adults in season 1 protecting the children to now Clem and a bunch of kids being capable of looking after themselves. A lot of heartbreaking scenes happen this season, including, spoiler warning, Clem dying. Well, at least that's what they want you to think. This actually nearly broke me. I've picked up such a big connection with Clem throughout these 4 seasons, and when she got bit, I just sat there for a few moments, just sad. No way Clem's actually dead, right? They're gonna bring her back, right? Bro, if they've actually killed Clem? Are you kidding me? And then you finally hear her voice. Now that is just peak storytelling.
What you doing there, goofball?
Oh my god. No way. No way. Now, I still think season 1 of The Walking Dead is probably the strongest season, but the final season held its own. So for that reason, I'm going to give the final season 4 out of 5 stars. But it's time to give a rating to the whole Telltale series as a whole, and that's easily a 5 out of 5. I just loved every moment of it. The Walking Dead Our World, a mobile game, but it was a lot different from others. This game was an AR game, similar to like a Pokemon Go, but it got shut down on January 31st, 2023, so I can't play it. Rest in peace, The Walking Dead Our World. Overkill's The Walking Dead. and I can't sum this game up as much as this one Reddit comment. It's not walking anymore, it's just dead. So apparently the IP holders were not happy with how the game turned out, so they forced Overkill to pull the game, so it's just dead. Now, I remember seeing the trailer for this game, and it didn't look like anything special. Gave kind of some Left 4 Dead vibes, but yeah, this game is dead. Now, VR really started to blow up around 4 years ago, and if you know The Walking Dead, they need a piece of that pie. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, the first Walking Dead virtual reality game. Now, I've played a decent amount of VR in my life. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners was actually one of the best VR experiences I've ever had. It actually just felt like half a season of the show mixed with a VR FPS. It was just such a good time. Graphically, the game looked stunning. I played this game on my PC using my Quest 2, and the game looked beautiful. The tension in this game is crazy. Now, I hate horror games, especially VR ones, and this game not even being a full horror game had me terrified. The game is set in a stunning looking New Orleans, split up into multiple zones full of resources to find and different factions fighting for control. I actually had an amazing time with this game, and if you haven't tried this and you have a VR headset, give it a go. I'm gonna rate this game 5 stars out of 5. The Walking Dead Onslaught, another VR title, and this time we get to play as our favorite characters from the show like Rick and Michonne. This game wasn't the best. Now, I don't know if it's due to how good the last VR title was, but this game just didn't feel like it gave half of what Saints and Sinners did. It's a lot more action-based, kind of along the lines of the AMC show. Weirdly enough, I felt like this game was more made for an arcade shooter. Like, it didn't feel like a flushed out VR title. I was very let down with this game, so I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. The Walking Dead Survivors, a mobile game released in 2021. They kind of went for a Walking Dead Clash of Clans vibe, but this game is in a bad state right now. There's like bully clans on this game. Like, this is some dark shit. You either join them or they destroy you. Also, they want your money so bad on this game, guys. If you play this game, do not buy stuff. You've seen how many mobile games have been shut down in this video. It will just happen to this one as well. This game just isn't my cup of tea, so I'll be giving it a 2 out of 5. Have you ever wanted to build a bridge in the Walking Dead universe? Yes? Well, boy, do I have a game for you. Bridge Constructors, The Walking Dead. Now, when I first saw this game, I was thinking the same as you. Holy shit, The Walking Dead are grasping at anything right now. But, hear me out, this game was actually a lot of fun. Some familiar characters from the show and comic show up, such as Eugene, and it's exactly what you think it is. You have to build bridges. It's more of a problem-solving game with a lot of trial and error. Try to figure out why your bridge is not strong enough, and I actually liked it a lot, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2, a sequel to the great Saints and Sinners. They boosted the action a lot in this game, which I enjoyed, adding some new weapons like the chainsaw and double barrel shotgun. But the first game concentrated more on stealth. Chapter 2 goes all out with the combat. This game had me feeling like John Wick. Now, that may seem amazing, right? Wrong. I felt like this made weapons seem way less valuable than the first game. Combat-wise, again, this game is probably the best VR melee combat game around. It's just perfect. It's just so satisfying. Now, while I enjoyed this game a lot, the first one, in my opinion, was a tad better. I just loved the tension in the first one, and I just felt this game lost some of that. So this game gets a 4 out of 5. Still a great game. Name a better combo than a Walking Dead game and getting shut down. You can't, right? The Walking Dead Betrayal. This game released on September 2023 and was shut down in December 2023. Why even make the game at that point? Reading up, this game seemed to be a social deduction game, so I'm guessing they were planning on jumping on the Among Us hype train, and that just clearly didn't work. So rest in peace, The Walking Dead Betrayal. Now for the newest Walking Dead game, The Walking Dead Destinies. How did this game just not get cancelled? Made by Game Mill, the same people behind the really bad King Kong game, comes one of the worst games I've ever played. So the whole hook to this game was being able to change outcomes from the show, and I'll put my hand up. When this game got announced, I was excited. It sounded cool, but boy oh boy was I wrong. The game follows the story of the first few seasons of The Walking Dead, and straight away, waking up as Rick in the hospital and seeing this game, I just knew we were in for a bad time. Like, look at him. What the f***? is that? Usually a bad game will have one redeeming factor, but this game is just all bad. Voice acting, awful. Graphics, disgusting. Cutscenes, I mean, what the f even is that? And the choices you get to make are so stupid. Like, just look what happens if I don't get Carl's medicines. Like, holy shit. Like, it's so stupid it hurts to play. I played this game for like 3 hours and it felt like 5 years. Never again. 0 stars. This game deserves nothing. And that's that. Every Walking Dead game ever released. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. It means a lot, and I'll see ya.